have a piece out about the Shetland Islands and a new spaceport that's called SaxaVord. It's owned by a couple of military veterans, aiming to turn the remote site into a major hub for rocket launches in Western Europe. What's going on?
Yeah, so SaxaVord is currently preparing for its very first launch with a German startup company called Rocket Factory Augsburg. So the first stage of the rocket is currently on the pad. They completed an engine hot firing test last week, and the launch is expected to be in late August or September, but space is hard, so this could change at any given point. But this is a major step for the UK because it will be the first vertical rocket to launch into orbit from British soil. And the last launch attempt was Virgin Orbit's horizontal launch from Spaceport Cornwall in 2022. So a lot hangs on this SaxaVord story.
Tell us about the people behind it. What are they hoping to achieve?
So the spaceport is owned by a couple called Frank and Debbie Strang, who met in the RAF about 30 years ago. SaxaVord used to be a military radar station until it closed in about 2006. And around that time, Frank was offered to buy it. So he went up there, he basically bought it on the spot, and he says, without telling his wife, Debbie. So they didn't have many plans to make it into a spaceport, but when the government said it was looking for spaceport sites, they jumped at the chance because of just the geographical advantages. You know, it's very remote, it's surrounded by sea, it's on this peninsula, and also because of their background in aviation and defence. But also what's interesting is that they took over a distillery that was there as well. So now they make gin and launch rockets.
Okay, this is getting wilder and wilder. Very briefly, where did they get the money from?
Yeah, so Frank told me that he's already spent about 48 million, and that was all raised privately. So the government have recently awarded them 10 million, so that will be a bit of a boost. And Frank reckons it will cost another 100 million to build the hotel that they're planning and extend the runway in the airfield to bring visitors to the area in the future. Okay. So, and this money will be a mixture of private and public investment, he says.